All right, Nicolas Pereira is with us. CATABASE first part, AD Love is the feature film. I'm assuming there's going to be a second part.
Yeah, yeah, I already
Yeah.
shot it 2 years ago, and right now I am handing the editing of it.
Oh, wow. Okay, so on your blog interview, you had such a great story about how this film came to be. Do you want to tell that story about how the inspiration for this film, the beginning of the film?
Oh yeah, it was like 4 years ago. I was uh I was at this time like at an actor school, an acting school,
Yeah.
and before that I was a director, and I was trying to make movies for a very long time, and I never how to say that I never finalized one. It's been a
Yeah.
long time since I have not directing, and cause of money and crew and everything. So I was very depressed by that. So I just say, okay, let's do a movie with this iPhone, with
Yeah.
still my phone, and just shoot some things and make some things. So I just try to make some little footage, and I finally say to myself, okay, let's do a movie. And so I contact an actress in my school class
Yeah.
to play with me in it, and she say, okay, let's do it. So I say, okay, why not do a short movie? And then after a week it became, okay, let's do a mid uh, length movie. And then
Yeah.
after it was a feature, and I'm very glad to have do that. So I have now this first feature film, and that's kind of it. Like let's do something with nothing, but let's put a lot of heart in it. And you when you make that kind of movie, you have like no money, no budget, nothing, not even a tripod actually. So you have like a selfie stick, so you can do some shoot like
Yeah.
that, and you just like can put because I love black and white like a lot, and just
Yeah.
give it an aesthetic, something's very special that you will love to see in movies. But when you want to do like a silent movie in black and white with full of your style,
Yeah.
like weird things, kind of. It's complicated to sell. So with no money, no crew, no production, no everything, it was like, okay, let's make my shit and let's make it good. So it's kind
But
of
basically
interesting.
you're young and but you have the reason, meaning that you have the expertise. Like you're in the film, you acted in the film, you got some talent in the acting field. You know how to edit, right? You have
Yeah,
DP experience, you have cinematography experience, you have directing experience. So you basically have all the tools as a young filmmaker, and now technology has caught up to your tools. So you're
yeah,
in a
and
lucky time. You're able to do what you did, right? So when I was 27, I wasn't able to do what you did, even no matter how like because or I could, but it would take a lot of money and other
yeah,
people and things like that. So you're at a
yeah,
very lucky time, but also too, people do this all the time, but they doesn't mean the films are going to be good.
yeah.
But you made a like a really interesting feature film, so you should be proud.
Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. It was kind of I just have one intention. I think when I made the movie is like, okay, let's do a gym. I
Yeah,
know it won't be perfect. I know there will be a lot of problem because it is something that I talk about like 2 weeks with someone. It was how complicated it was to shot this movie. Like with this iPhone, you can't like look at the shot while you're filming.
yeah,
You don't know if you're good in it. You don't know
yeah,
if it looked good, if you're still in the shot. So basically it's like if I do a movie right now with that camera, so I'm just like, okay, I don't know if I'm in the shot, I can't move, I can't do things, and okay, imagine I play good, but the shot is bad. I will not take it. And
So
so,
it's framing, it's setting up like you don't have a monitor. Usually when people direct films,
uh,
they're looking at a monitor to make sure the framing, the focus, the
yeah,
performances are all there. You don't
but
have
but
that. Yeah.
it was so exhausting that I said to myself, I will never play in a movie that I direct again because it's too much
Oh
complicated.
yeah.
What I love is just like to put my camera, try to make something beautiful,
Yeah.
and that's kind of everything. Like to make something interesting, and when you're in the shot, you don't see yourself. You just like you want to die. So I just it was a very good experience, and I'm very okay with how the movie looks, and very proud too because the movie looks good. And to shoot it with an iPhone was like a challenge because I don't know if one day I will like put some of the real footage, online because they
Mhm.
look so bad, so bad, all pixelized. And then in post production, it was so fucking hard to try to blur, the
Yeah.
skin so it will not like, like
Yeah.
bugging everywhere. And it was hard, but I'm proud of it. It looks good, and it was kind of a proof for me of you can do right now today everything you want in the like you can do a movie if you want to. Just like
Yeah.
make it, do it, and try to make it good at maximum. And I mean, you can the new iPhones. This is an old one, like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
The new one, you can shoot in RAW. It's crazy for me. It will have saved my life so much by
Yeah.
this time.
Yeah. I like the iPhone 16s. Yeah.
No, 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 no. It was the 13, and the other like the first part of the movie is shoot on the 12.
No, I mean now they have iPhone 16, so there's even more sophisticated, basically
Yeah, so
the new
much, so
stuff, right?
much,
Yeah. Yeah.
so much. It's crazy what you can do with. So wow. So people can make movie more easier than before, and which is good. And right now I even shoot with a real camera that I have with I buy a camera 2 years ago to shoot the second part of CATABASE. And
Mhm.
when I compare, this camera to last phones, I'm like, wow, okay, the difference is not that huge.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So it's a good time to make film.
Okay, so tell me about the black and white. Like when you're shooting it, you're always intending it to be black and white, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
So how did you do that on your phone? Like you basically shot it in black and white on your phone, or you
No, I
changed it in
should.
post?
No, no. I change it. I change it in post because firstly, I don't know how to shoot directly on black and
Yeah.
white on an iPhone. But if you want to color grade black and white, like in a very good way, in some kind interesting way, you have to shoot first on colors, and then you color grade the colors, and then you put
Mhm.
black and white at the whole hand, and you can make better images and frame. And I love black and white. It's like it's I think my passion kind of in the film. It's like to make a beautiful black and white with grain, and it's crazy how deep you can like work on a frame with the black and white, like details, lighting, and it saved my ass too on this movie. So because in colors it would have been not that beautiful, to be honest.
Yeah. So it seems like a lot of work was done. That's the thing, people could shoot on phones, but a lot of work was done in post-production. Color
Yeah,
grading. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
majority of work, the majority was on of work was done on the post production.
Yeah.
Even on the sound, because on the set we have like only the sound of the iPhones,
Yeah.
so we just like redo everything like with iPhone sometimes, which work and crazy. And it's like you have no crew, you have this as your only material, so you have to recreate everything. And uh, I'm really okay on how it look and how it sounds. So
Okay,
that
so
can say
tell me
everything.
about, okay, so I want to get to the sound design in a second, but tell me about your actress, Olivia Rose, correct?
Yeah.
So tell me about find like, is she all in on this kind of like experimental noir madness kind of project? Like, tell me about talking to her about the script and talking to her about her role and everything.
Uh, how to say that? It was like so we were in acting school together,
Okay.
but we never played together. But the first time I saw her playing, I was like, oh my God. Oh, she she have a coldness in the eyes and an emotional things that were absolutely beautiful and who make me think of Al Pacino in The Godfather Part Two. You know, when
She reminded you of Al Pacino. Like,
yeah, 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 yeah.
there's a darkness to her.
It's strange because it's kind of it's not a darkness like an evil thing, but make maybe more a sadness and a coldness that just
Gotcha.
like
Yeah, yeah. That's a better
no.
way to put it. Yeah. Like I
So
mean, like the God using the Godfather reference, like he made his choices.
yeah,
Like, right? Michael made his choices, and then he now is who he is because of the bad choices. Like, well, subjectively speaking. And then yeah,
yeah,
you're right. There's a sadness to him. There's a coldness to him, right? Like he's lost a part of himself.
exactly, exactly, and
Yeah.
he's just close to his emotion, you know, and
Yeah.
I I see that in her, but like in a very natural way on stage, and I was oh, okay. I want to play with her. It's crazy, and so we kind of became friends by this time, and so when I was like taking some shots, like of the movie, I sent to her a teaser, a trailer that I made, like all black and white experimental things with I don't know how to say it in English. It's very complicated. A very famous music compositor, which is the one who do the soundtracks of Dracula of Coppola,
Yeah.
is my favorite, I think, compositor. And so I sent her a trailer and I asked her, "Hey, did you want to make this kind of movie but way longer? On like I don't know, we shoot a day a week for a year, and maybe at the end we will have like a feature movie. Maybe I think it will be more a short movie and finally a feature, of course.
Yeah.
But she say okay directly. So I was kind of blessed. I was okay, that's good. But now I have to make it, which is something else. So it's like we always have with her kind of an artistic, how to say that,
Yeah.
connection. And what I love it to do a lot, it's like we have a pitch of a scene. I just give it to her and I say, okay, do it. And I will adapt myself on what you're doing spontaneously. And she do a lot of very interesting things. So when she do something like that, I just like take the iPhone and okay, I need that, I need that, I need that, I need that. And she's very instinctive and I had a lot of chance to collaborate with her on that, and it was very very cool, very very cool.
So is that what you did? You shot like a once a week for a year? You did
Yeah,
that?
yeah, because I was like working, school
Yeah.
class, and it's like we only have because we didn't even live in the same city at this time. So me, I was in Paris. She was like more on the countryside. So we have
Okay.
to coach each other. So we were like, okay, let's shoot just one day a week. And finally, it was about 8 months, like eight months of
Wow.
one day,
Was
one
it the
day.
same day of the week?
Yeah, it was Thursday, and then in August we go like for 2 entire weeks in the south of France to shoot.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So but here it was the most hard, I think.
So
Just
Thursdays with Olivia, basically, you and Olivia got together and you shot a film.
yeah, yeah, it was crazy. And after that, there was a second when she played in it too. And here, I mean the CATABASE part two, and this movie was shot like for 16 days, 60 days. It was 2 months of shooting. It was
Yeah.
crazy. So
So no, but the discipline that's involved in that, and you kind of made me think it's like, but as soon as you get somebody else on board, where you're like, you asked her and she's like, oh, she's on board, it kind of makes you motivates you, right, to get it done
yeah,
because like someone's depending on you creatively
yeah,
to finish something,
definitely,
right?
definitely, because
Yeah,
uh, I was like, okay, I need to make that kind of things. I have, I don't know how to say that. It's like she means a lot to me by these times. I wanted to work with her, and I don't want it like to fucked up, that's connection. And
yeah,
so I just say to myself, okay, I'm gonna put myself in real shit because if that movie will not be done, everyone in the school will know it, and God know that there were there were a lot of gossip in it. So I
yeah,
was okay, no, I need to make this, and that kind of give me, a push, to make
yeah,
it. And after 3 weeks of like, so 3 days of shooting, I wanted like to make it all. And after that, it was not even about people, the school, or even to prove to myself I can do it. It was just to make the movie, and because it was tangible, it was real. Okay,
yeah.
I will make some things
So
great.
so were you working on the post production? Were you working on the footage while you were shooting it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're kind of
So
making the film while you're shooting it
we
in
we
post.
just we do that like until August, when in August we just shoot every day like for 2 weeks.
Because you
But
kind of knew
yeah,
what the story was. You knew what you need to do, I guess, right?
yeah, we know it was like we have like a synopsis like December 20, yeah, 3 years ago we have a synopsis. And when we were shooting, we see, okay, I think we can't make that idea, I think we can't make that, so we just like delete a lot of things that were kind of fantasist, you
Yeah.
know so because we couldn't make it like with no crew material and everything. So but I think it helps the movie to be more in a way simple, you know
Mhm.
simple, and sometimes more brutal. So yeah.
Okay, so tell me about the sound design. So tell me about like there's one thing getting do shooting on an iPhone, but you need to have a sound design. So you worked with somebody. It was it Anthony who
Yeah,
helped you with the
Anthony.
mixing? Yeah.
Yeah, so I at first I do like all the sound editing myself,
Yeah.
when I was editing, so to replace sound and everything, and even for the musics. And I wanted it's something that I tried to do by this time, but I was not that good, to be honest. It was sounds
Yeah.
very weird, and I wanted like to put the atmosphere, really high.
Yeah.
They needed to be heard, because it's a silent movie, and you can't just like have like a sound design that is very simple, because first it's boring, and second, when you put the sound, very up, when you work on it hard, you can you feel better the pictures, you know,
Mhm.
and even the emotion, it's kind of impact you. So I always have my idea on how it was supposed to be. And my best friend right now, which is a singer, Melanie Doe, she sent it to me, Anthony, which is he's a sound designer on
Yeah.
music, to work on the movie. And so we spent an entire month to to make it hear good and to
Yeah,
put details everywhere. And I'm very proud of this sound mixings. It's like because you know it's been like 3 years that I work on this movie. I can't
yeah,
saw it again. It's like okay, no, no, no. I won't watch it again because I see all problem and nothing else. And
yeah,
I'm not in it. But sometimes at very rare moments, I listen it and I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds great. Actually, I don't remember that. And a lot of details like that that he even put in it, and I was not aware of it. And I'm like, I never know that. And that looks that how to say that the hearing is good, you
yeah.
know?
No, no. Listen, it's a great. This is what
Yeah,
separates the boys from the men. The sound design, right? Like it's meaning that like it's a professional film because it's a nice mix. It's a professional job. So good job.
yeah,
And you're smart enough to know that. Like you did everything. Like you're a good colorist. You did all the stuff, but you knew that you needed help with the sound design, right?
yeah, definitely. I don't want it to make something's mid. You know, it's like it's quite. It was like my fear to do a movie with that about that, like
Yeah.
to make a movie that don't look good, a movie that sounds mid, and the sound it's my opinion on it, but I feel like it's been a lot of times right now in the even the cinemas industries, the film industry, that we kind of lost. Um, we lost interest in sound design, and
Yeah.
now it came back with some movie like The Substance, for example, when the sound design is really work, and even you know the musics. Now it's been like 20 years that the music is low, it's very low in movies, and
Yeah.
if you watch a movie before, it was okay. There were a lot of musics actually, and musics and even you know the sound design, the atmosphere. It's small details, but it matter. And I wanted like to go back to that, or even you know to a reference, for example, um, Requiem for a Dream.
Requiem
The
for a
sound
Dream.
design
Yeah. Yeah.
the sound design is crazy.
Yeah.
It's really crazy, and I think I wanted like to go to something like that in just sound design, not music, because it's not the same at all, but just the sound design. So it's kind of I think it's the same word in English, but avant-garde.
Yeah. Avant-garde. Yeah.
It's kind of that things, and
Yeah.
I love it. I love it very very much.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Well, listen, man, congratulations on the success of the film. Before we leave you, I want to have a little fun conversation with you because you were talking about in the blog interview, you talked about what film you've seen the most in your life. And
Yeah,
you're in your 20s, right? And all the films that you mentioned are older films. Like
yeah.
they all kind of were there, they all were made like you're like you weren't even born yet, basically. So let's talk. You referenced Godfather Part Two, the Pacino thing. What makes you watch Godfather Part Two like a lot more than once?
More than the one than the first one.
Yeah, no, you said because you said Godfather Part Two is a film that you've seen the most in your life. So why Godfather Part Two?
Um, I don't. I don't really know. Actually, it was. I was 15, and by this time, a lot of people at my age talk about The Godfather as an old movie, but a mafioso
Yeah,
movie, a mobster movie that
yeah,
it's cool to see once in life. So at this time, I have times, so I just like look at the first and was like, okay. This is some things that I was not expecting at all, and very good. I love it. It's so much, and I I was like a very mesmerizing by Al Pacino. He's playing. He was he plays so good. It's crazy, and
yeah,
I just like binge watch all the trilogy in one night, and the second part is killing me. And I am not a big fan of the part with Robert De Niro. It's not my
Yeah,
favorite, but the one with Michael, it's so tragic, and
yeah. It's funny
it's
because I like because it's basically it's the parallel. They're the same age, father and son are the same age. They're
yeah,
showing their journey into the mafia, and I really like the dad, the De Niro part, like the Vito
she
Corleone
is
part.
very good.
Yeah,
She's very, very, very good. But it's
yeah,
like an attachment I think I have for the character of Michael Corleone, who is so much trigger inside of him to be a
yeah,
good dad and to be his dad, and he's just
yeah.
like he's just
And
trigger
he's
because
neither, and he's neither, right? So
yeah, and he kind of became the
yeah,
opposite of his father at the end.
yeah.
Like,
He's more cold than his dad had emotion. His dad had empathy towards others, right? And
yeah,
Michael is like he's like almost gone. Like like
yeah,
yeah,
but
his
it's like,
emotions is all gone. He's like the way he talks to his wife, even the way he talks to his kids, right?
yeah, because it takes, some some of lines that his father tell to him. It's like, don't ever hate your enemies, you know, and it's obscure your judgment. And he's gonna take another things, which is it's business, it's only
Yeah,
professional, and he mix everything in his head. So it's very weird because when he gonna he's going to kill his brother, he just try to take away the emotional part to be just cold and professional. But
yeah,
if you do that, it's because he have emotion, is that he hates him. He's profoundly broken inside. So I think this movie is a real, 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 real masterpiece in even visually. Gordon Willis on the cinematography
yeah,
do a
yeah,
wonderful jobs. The colors are very good. The black are so black in it, and the acting is incredible. The sound design is very good too. And
yeah.
when
No,
you just,
it's almost a perfect film. Like it's The Godfather Part Two. Like
I
there's so
think
much
it
going
is.
on. Like it's all about the subtext, right? It's all about the nuance.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
it's about that, and it's a huge movie. It's that's kind of crazy for me because is there is kind of a legend that the best movie are like regularly the most unknown. And
yeah,
this movie is very huge. You have like a very huge budget. It was a blockbuster by his times. And whoa, 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 whoa. It's crazy. The design is awesome.
yeah,
I love this movie so much, so much, so much, so much. And I think this movie really like talk to me in a way like, okay, I want to do a movie. I want to make that of my life and
yeah,
nothing else. It's it's crazy. It's crazy. It's a very beautiful movie. I have all this trilogy here, all of it,
yeah.
all version, everything. I love it so much.
So because you said that inspired you to make films. Have you read Pacino's new book? I just read it like a month ago. You got to read
No,
it. You got to
oh
read
yeah,
his because he's like he said he's your favorite actor, right? He
yeah.
goes through like his story. Like it's a long book, but it's like fascinating and about like his
Okay,
journey as a actor and like it's really like it's really insightful. So you should definitely take a listen or take a read of it, right? So
okay, okay, okay. I will think of it. And
and he does like if you do like audiobooks, he narrates his own novel. So Pacino does that
oh,
narration. Yeah.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry. Okay, okay. And I need to see that. And there is even no the I don't know if I can take it. I'm gonna take it just a second.
Yeah.
It's books, which is very
Oh
good.
wow. Okay. So you're all
No?
over it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all the script. It's like all the script of The Godfather
Okay.
with the writing of Coppola,
Yeah,
his
and Mario
notes,
Puzo. Yeah, yeah,
and there is everything in it, and it's crazy. Like
yeah,
you have the books, you have the script too. It's wonderful things that I buy. Wow, it's very expensive. I buy it a lot of years ago. I love it. I love it so
yeah,
much. So
yeah.
I will say this The Godfather 2 is my favorite movie, and I think he's followed like very closely by Dracula from Coppola
Yeah.
and uh, and Lynch movies, but I don't know which ones. I have no idea of which ones.
You seem to like the sequels because you also put Jurassic Park 2 under, and then you put Die Hard 3,
Yeah,
and then you have Rocky 6, the last, the Rocky, that's Rocky Balboa. That's a really good
yeah,
film, actually. So
yeah.
I see the patterns of like some fathers and
Sequel.
sons patterns going on in your films.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, never think about it,
yeah,
but yeah, it's all sequels because there is even Spider-Man 2, I think I
yeah,
say.
yeah.
Oh, I never think of it, but I love actually I love sequels. It's I have nothing against it when it's well made and enough different from the original to you know for me a sequel don't have to compete with the previous film,
Yeah.
like to try to be better, to try to be huger or anything else. You just have to
Whereas
be what it is.
a
So
lot of sequels, they just rehash the same film, right? They just do the same film again.
yeah, yeah, but
But the good sequels, yeah, the good sequels try to like
it
give a
can
new arc
work.
to it, right?
It
Yeah,
can work when it's well made done. If you look the Rocky film,
yeah,
it's always that the next contender is gonna be way harder than
yeah,
the previous one. And if you
yeah,
look even Jurassic Park, even another movie, Die Hard. It's
yeah,
first starts in a building, then
yeah,
it's a city in the tree, and
yeah.
but the movie is very, 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 very good.
Well,
And
the Rocky and Die Hard are very similar. Where like it's an everyman, kind of lonely everyman, and then as the sequels go on, they become superheroes, right?
yeah,
Like Rocky's just like this lonely guy from Philly, and all of a sudden he's like helping the Cold War out in
yeah,
Rocky 4 and like beating up
yeah,
this steroid induced guy, right? Or is like Die
yeah,
Hard, he's like he's like an every guy cop, and all of a sudden Die Hard 4, he's like taking down like a super jet, right? Like it's like
yeah.
what
But
the
but
yeah, they're all like yeah,
it is what is it. It's really cool in Die Hard because even the story knows it. So the in Diary, the first scene we see John McClane is just like waking up. He have an aspirin in his hand, and
yeah,
he's like in a in a police bus.
yeah.
He was like,
He's like got a
"What the fuck
hangover,
I'm
yeah,
doing here?" And I mean, okay, so he gonna live a day through hell, and it
yeah.
was not expected, and that makes this movie really good actually. And I love I love that movie so much, so much. It's been a long time since I have not watched it, but when I was young, Die Hard, Jurassic Park, Spider-Man, X-Men, uh, Unbreakable, Signs, a lot.
And look at this, and you made it an experimental feature film, right? There's like all these like very like commercial Hollywood films, and then you made an experimental film in black and white. So
Yeah, because I love experimental things, and I think I don't say that, but I have tried a long times ago, like for many years, to do less experimental things, more commercial and everything. Because everyone just tell me, Nicolas, you can't make like a movie in
yeah,
black and white with so much horror in it. This is so dark. This is so no 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 no. And this side in me, like on my art, just back up every time. So I remember once I tried to write like uh, comedy, romance,
yeah,
both. And I was like, oh, okay, it's not that dark actually. And then I read it after I finished it and was like, oh my God, this just go back. I don't know what to say, but it's just like going back every time. You have your own artistic things, and everyone have it.
Yeah,
And I mean, this is kind of the first time on the CATABASE part one that I say to myself, okay, go. Let's
yeah,
put everything you have in your mind, every idea that is dark. Don't judge it. Like do your things, and uh, and it works. But what? Yes, I was not like raised in watching old movie, black and white movie, not at all. Even weird movie. No, it was like a lot of blockbuster, a lot of famous movie like Back to the Future.
yeah.
I love it. I love
All
it.
right, man. Well, congratulations on the film and good
Thank
luck with the
you.
sequel. Let's talk again when that sequel's made and looking forward to
Yeah,
chatting with you again.
thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much. It
you.
was a great time.